Thank you to MOFT and SwitchEasy for sponsoring this video.
Hey man, I was just seeing if you're ready to go grab some lunch. Oh, did you get a new iPad?
Yeah, there was a sale. Thought it'd be just good to have an extra one around the studio.
Nice. Did you get a case for it?
Talking about, man, have we met? I've been doing this for over 10 years. I don't need a case.
Fair enough. I'm sure it'll be fine. You're pretty careful. You ready to go?
All right, yeah, let's go. So dramatic intro aside, we've all been there when you sort of come to the point where you almost drop or do drop your very expensive iPad. So before we get into the video, we want to help you solve that problem because MOFT and SwitchEasy have paired up and released sort of this bundle of the MOFT Snap Tablet Stand and the SwitchEasy Cover Buddy. We want to give you a chance to not only win a combo of those, but also a $500 American Express gift card, because personally I appreciate you guys watching the videos and supporting the channel. Open to anyone in the world. We're going to run it for 2 weeks. If you want to enter, super easy. All you got to do is give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting us know what you do with the stuff, but leave your social media handle in that comment so we way to contact you when you win. I use my iPad every single day. I love it. I'm using it to watch shows, movies, use it for email, script writing, and while it's a minimalist design, it's great, but it doesn't always make it easy to do a lot of things. Oftentimes, I have to change what I want to do to suit the iPad instead of the iPad suiting me. If you've ever tried writing an email or a document with the iPad keyboard, I think you generally know what I'm talking about. It's not always easy. I'm talking about the on-screen keyboard. Like it or not, to unlock the true potential of the iPad, you got to accessorize. So the two main ones that come to mind are obviously the Apple Pencil and the Magic Keyboard. Both are great and expensive in their own right, but I'm either constantly losing the pencil because it falls off, and the Magic Keyboard can't orient the iPad in landscape, which is sort of one of the ways that I always want to be using my iPad. So MOFT and SwitchEasy have come up with a pretty interesting solution to help me fix those issues and get the most out of my iPad. So something I did not know I wanted or really needed was MagSafe for the iPad, and the MOFT Snap Tablet Stand essentially gives you that, just minus the charging abilities. So there's a small sticker you place on the back of the iPad, and then this leather case just attaches to the back of it, and there you go. It's a really minimal stand. I know it doesn't look like one, but it actually is a stand. You just pull it out of the center and it's magnetically going to snap into place. So now you have a super sort of minimalist stand for both landscape mode as well as different angles for portrait mode, depending on what direction you've got the stand attached to the iPad. And the nice part here is it's so minimal and so small, you can just leave it on the magnetic strip on the back and add it to any Apple first-party accessory like the Magic Keyboard with no issues at all. So the need to take the iPad out of a case with the built-in stand just to put it into the Magic Keyboard is no longer an issue. That's really been an annoyance I've had with using any kind of third-party protective case for the iPad. They tend to be really bulky and never really quite as polished as sort of the high-quality Apple first-party stuff. This though, like I said, feels minimal, elegant, and about as high quality as I'd expect any Apple-made accessories to be for the iPad. So MOFT makes a bunch of accessories as well. They also make a really good MagSafe wallet for the back of the iPhone 12 line. In fact, JD from our office has actually been using a MOFT wallet legitimately for the better part of 3 months. It looks awesome, it gives you a stand, and it holds more cards than the Apple first-party wallet. So they make a lot of really good, really useful accessories. So if you want the most minimal approach possible to give your iPad some kind of extra needed functionality, then the MOFT Snap Tablet Stand is a really easy way to go.
So let's get on with the fun.
All right, so I know that I am not the only one here who finds this annoying. So you have an iPad in a Smart Folio case, but you want to change it from like casual mode to sport mode and just use it with the keyboard. So that's fine and simple enough, but now I've got my smart folio over there. It's an extra thing taking space in my bag, and I feel like I'm perpetually 10 minutes away from leaving at the studio, forgetting where I put it. This is not a proud moment, but I've lost 3 smart folio cases doing this exact same thing or leaving it at places. And at $79 a pop, my wife is not overly happy with me, especially our credit card bills. So this case from SwitchEasy has kind of been a solution to that very specific problem, and it's great for the iPad even outside of my use case. So it's the only case that I know of that'll work perfectly with the iPad Magic Keyboard and the Smart Keyboard Folio. All because it's using the same data pass-through tech that Apple actually uses. And the case has a series of magnets hidden inside, so it's magnetically going to attach to the Apple keyboard, just like your iPad would. So that means you'll be able to keep this on your iPad at all times and not have sort of another case laying around that you could forget at an airport or the library. So something I do have to give kind of full disclosure, the case is not 360 degrees all around protection. It would be awesome if it was, but it can't. It doesn't extend to the edges of the side, and there's a very specific reason for that. The Magic Keyboard is not designed to have a case attached to it, and when you close a case with the iPad attached, the edge almost goes flush with sort of the battery column. So SwitchEasy wasn't able to put any protective casing on the very edge of the iPad, so it's not gonna interfere with that perfect fit. However, since this case from SwitchEasy is meant to be paired with the Magic Keyboard, when it's attached to one, that's where you're going to get the 100% all-around protection, not only for your iPad itself, but actually for the Apple Pencil too. So the other reason I really like this case, and this is awesome, has a dedicated slot for the Apple Pencil, which I've also lost one of. If I take my iPad to and from work, Apple Pencil would generally get knocked off, be somewhere in my bag, it would stay there. Most of the time I'd forget that I even had it. When I need it, it wouldn't be charged. It just became a thing, and I stopped using the pencil because it just wasn't convenient to keep attached to the top of my iPad all the time. So it's been nice to be able to have an iPad case that not only keeps my Apple Pencil from me losing it and falling off in my bag, but also one that has a pass-through charging, so my Apple Pencil can still charge while it's in that case. And I mentioned earlier in the video that MOFT and SwitchEasy are actually pairing up. You can buy each one of these individually if you want to, but also as the ultimate bundle. The cool part is, if you have both, you can put that MOFT sticker on the back of the Cover Buddy case instead of the iPad. That way you can seamlessly go from using the MOFT snap stand to your Apple Smart Keyboard and then back again without any worries about the magnets interfering with the keyboard stuff. So now you've got a pretty whole versatile system that's not only minimal, it's versatile, and most importantly gonna protect your iPad and the Apple Pencil without breaking your bank. So I love my iPad, like I said, I use it all the time, but there are issues. I'm always paranoid about breaking and cracking it. My own carelessness and forgetfulness, I've lost a lot of accessories, and I'm not taking advantage of everything the iPad could do because it's just not convenient to have to dig, at least for me, for a pencil all the time. All right, so this bundle from MOFT and SwitchEasy has legitimately, and not just for the sake of a video, made my iPad even more useful for me on a daily basis. So I've been kind of gravitating to using it for more and more productive tasks, as opposed to like primarily entertainment, because I feel like I finally have the option for the iPad to adjust how I want to use it, as opposed to me having to adjust to it. So if you want to check out either of these individually or as a bundle, and I think you should, I'll put the links for them down below.